Hey everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death. So,
Yeah, I'm not sure what to
Nefara's
say after
dead.
that. Yeah.
It's time to roll Ryan's new character.
Yeah, let's just leave Nefara in the past. I think it we were just saying before we went live, it ended how it had to be. If things had gone differently, that could have
That would have been very uncomfortable for
we're
everybody.
like teetering on a razor's edge there with
Yeah, yeah.
but
So I'm
justice was served.
I'm glad the roles played out the way that they played out.
I am too.
Yeah.
And speaking of rolls, how are we rolling this character? Shall I
We've
do
been
roll
doing
20, 3d6ers?
that's the typical way we go, but I did just play a really low stat character, so maybe it might be nice to do a high stat character. You want to do 40-61? I know it's a little
I,
unconventional.
Chat. I wasn't thinking I would. I don't usually. I actually almost enjoy flawed characters. So rolling 3d6 with a little more variance is more fun for me. But chat's been clamoring for a 46 character. I've never played one on Dicing with Death. Qualner was rolled with 46 rearranged. So
Do
maybe
it.
it's time that I did that. So
Do it.
46 D1. Am I doing it 7 times or 8?
Times.
7 times. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to do 8 where you get to
Yeah.
extra stat. Ooh.
15, 11, 11, 14, 11, 10, and I think that's at 15. That's a serviceable character. I can do some fun stuff with this.
Yeah, 215s is
I
great.
think I can, yeah, if I take an interesting race, I can get pretty cool, or I can multi-class. I've got 2. I don't have any bad stats.
Yeah.
10, 11, my lowest stat is a 10. Damn, these 46 characters way easier to make into anything you want. And if I rearrange, so I've been I was looking at some of the interesting wizard things and spells and magic, like the different. Have you looked at any of that? Like, there's the spell point system, and then the different.
Oh.
Like, when I was looking at the shadow magic stuff, I just breezed over some of that.
It's been like a decade since I've looked at any of that stuff.
Yeah, and then, the warlocks, the channelers, the defilers.
Mm-hmm.
We could look into something like that. Or I could just make a badass, overpowered, multi-class character. I think would
Well,
my other idea.
I'm open for anything really.
All right, let me get myself a new character sheet started.
Let me get us some music.
RegalGoblins.com for my character sheet PDF. Is it actually a plug to tell people to go to your site, or does it just increase the amount of bandwidth and
just increases the amount of bandwidth? It doesn't matter. Oh, thank you.
Let's see. All right. More snacks.
I think this is some sort of iced tea or lemonade. Ginger lemon. Ooh, homemade from ginger root.
Wow.
Oh, you know what I had in Germany that was fantastic? It was beer mixed with lemonade, and I know that sounds weird, but it's fucking delicious.
That's what I was about to say. I think I saw that post on Instagram or wherever you did it. You were like, "Look at this amazing European or this amazing."
I've never heard of it before, but it's so good.
It's called a shandy. That's what your mom just shouted.
Yeah, a shandy.
Beer and lemonade. I don't know what it originates from, but that sounds like a British word to me. A shandy.
Yeah, they had my German hosts were saying that it was new to them, so maybe it's not new here. Maybe
we don't drink it here.
We don't. Oh, it's just English. British. Okay.
Yeah, because they have shitty beer and they've got to do something with
it. Yeah, so it was really good because it didn't taste like alcohol and it was quite refreshing.
You and I have very different tastes.
Mm-hmm. You like whiskey. I like, non-whiskey.
I like non-whiskey too.
Thanks. But, you like things with a strong flavor. I prefer alcohols that taste like...
It's more I can't taste for shit, so I need a smart flavor or strong flavored.
Yeah, I prefer girly drinks with fruit and sugar that tastes nothing like alcohol. All right, Ryan, you're not going to get music, but chat's going to get music because I can't find the new song on Tabletop Audio.
I can find my own music.
Okay.
I can even queue up. Is my character sheet? Did I just say it?
I'm going to play some Blacksmith Shoppy music. so we can forge a new character.
That's something that, that we haven't really gotten to play with much in our campaigns is like crafting type stuff and like the non-weapon proficiency system.
Yeah, well, they take a long time, and we tend to play.
And in a one-on-one campaign, like what's a solo character is not going to give a shit about becoming a weaponsmith or something. I mean, I guess that could be an interesting campaign.
Yeah.
There's some fun stuff I want to do on like shenanigans, for instance, would be a good place to play with that. I want to get engineering proficiency and carry around or build siege engines.
Ooh.
Just like go like one-shotting all of your monsters with catapults.
Oh, but their range, or not the range, their accuracy is so crappy.
No, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And the THAC0 is based on the siege engine and not on the character shooting it.
Right.
So like a ballista has a THAC0 of 12 or a hit bonus of plus
8.
7, plus 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, converted into.
It's not bad. But then it's always a called
like
shot or something.
A level 1 wizard with an engineering proficiency shooting a ballista that does like whatever it is, like 2d6 damage with a plus 7 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, granted, it takes like an hour to reload or whatever crazy. Anyways.
Let me
get these stats out of my character sheet. So I will definitely be a spellcaster of some sort. If you want to explore any of those different magic systems, we can do that. Otherwise, I may just do like a thief, maybe even like a fighter mage thief or something like that.
Cool.
Fighter mage. Let's elves don't get stat bonuses. If I'm an elf, I could get a 16 dex, which does make a difference.
That gives you +1 to hit with missile weapons and +2 to AC.
Yeah.
16 strength gives you +1 damage. 16 con is +2 HP.
But getting a +1 is tough. They're getting bonuses to strength is tough.
Oh yeah, you'd have to play Strange Race to get a +1 strength.
I could actually do. I wonder if I could do a ranger with this even, or a druid, or a bard. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. I think a druid would be cool in a single-player campaign. A bard would be pretty cool too. Jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah, I think bards and druids are almost designed as solo, as SSCs, single character campaigns.
Yeah.
Single solo character.
Yeah, I think I want to hold off on a bard until I can do it properly. Like when I'm in a setup where I can actually play a musical instrument along with it.
Ah.
Something like that.
Would you
so save that for a future year?
What instrument would your bard play?
I don't know. Probably trombone would be awesome.
Would be a tromboner.
The harbinger of death. Playing those horrific brass tones. I played a saxophone as the big bad wolf in one of Chucky and Justin's campaigns. It was only for like an hour or something like that, an hour and a half.
You bust out a Saxon game?
Yeah.
Nice. Or in
Charlie
person?
Porker.
Cool.
It was no, it was streamed. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, but I
after
mean,
the
you
Stones
played
over
the
here on
sax. For realsies. I don't know why this is a sax playing motion. Ooh, more snacks. Thank you, Mom. Okay. I should come home more often. I just sit around and get
Although
fed
I
snacks
kind
all
of want
day.
to play
It's
if I,
great.
now if I can get that +1 Dex. Dex would really make my day. Health. Could be an elven fighter mage or an elven fighter thief. To be a fighter mage thief, I have to be half elf, and then I don't get the stat bonuses.
Hmm.
Multi-classed druid ranger is an option for half elves.
What?
How BS is that?
That's bullshit.
Yikes.
That's the most touchy-feely class in the entire world.
Be a cleric mage, only as a half elf.
Yeah. Hmm. You could do Tyrus's replacement, who's not a paladin.
It won't be a paladin. I did have actually a brain thought about it. I could play a hobgoblin, one of the hobgoblins. Can I play the hobgoblin? Like I want to be a hobgoblin leader.
One of the hobgoblins that killed Tyrus?
No. I think I want to like a. Let me see what hobgoblins can multi-class as in skills and powers. Like if I could be like a shaman. I mean, even like a fighter priest or fighter mage.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That like find out. Like super pissed. Servant of Barassi. Let's see. Hobgoblins. They're not a very good class. Like I think they just got like -1 charisma or something like that, and then a few hobgoblin powers, like hiding in dirt or something like that.
Hobgoblins can be fighters, clerics, thieves.
Oh, they probably
They get
can't multi-class by the rules, right?
I don't know.
Like I think it's pretty vague on whether you can multi-class as one of the strange races. I think you generally can't.
I don't know. I would say if you want to play a hobgoblin fighter cleric, I would allow a fighter cleric or
I don't know if that's going to be as good.
Well, what do you want to play as a hobgoblin?
I was thinking like a spellcastery type, so either like a priest or a wizard.
They can be clerics. They can be priests. But they can't be wizards.
Time to play the hobgoblin. Hobgoblins just get -1 to charisma.
That's kind of shitty.
Max out at level 9 as clerics, 11 as fighters.
Not like that's going to be a problem.
Nope. I don't know.
Hobgoblin society is built around war, with military organization, and they seek out conflict wherever they can find it. Unlike the Gif, who believe in rules of warfare, hobgoblins seek to terrify and antagonize their enemies at all times. They feel they are only weakened by alliances or treaties with other creatures.
To hobgoblin or not to hobgoblin?
Hobgoblin, 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 hobgoblin.
All right. Do we want to do?
Hobgoblin, hobgoblin, hobgoblin,
right.
hobgoblin.
Yeah. Okay. Someone just posted some link to multi-class options for humanoid races. I don't know what this is
Yeah.
from.
Well, it's
I think
definitely
it
not
says from the
second
complete book
edition.
of humanoids or something. Yeah, I don't know what. Why do you say it's not?
Oh, well, yeah, it might be Complete Book of Humanoids, but not any second edition book I recognize.
Yeah. It says hobgoblins can multi-class fighter shaman, fighter thief, or fighter cleric.
Yeah, actually, I don't recognize Fremlin. And also they have Firbolg and Vodokin as giant kin rather than just giants. So this might be like a... Also, we don't have Beastman. So I don't know what system this is from, but...
Yeah, I don't know. We can...
You can... I don't mind you multi-classing as any of the fighter cleric or fighter thief or thief cleric, but not all three.
Not all three. Thief
Not all
cleric is something that's not typically allowed.
It's allowed on this blue thingy that someone linked.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Not as a hobgoblin. Fighter, thief.
Oh,
fighter.
no, for goblin it's allowed.
I think that might... That sounds familiar. Okay. Will you allow a priest
what?
thief?
Yes.
Ooh.
I think the multi-class rules are oftentimes a little bit strange and I don't understand them, so I don't mind you multi-classing unusually.
Is Rossi coming back?
And for those of you who are wondering, it was Gorlork who posted the link. I hope you're happy now, Gorlork.
Is he mad that he didn't get a shout out?
Yes. Well, I don't know about mad, but in quotes, someone.
Thanks, Gorlork.
Thank you, Gorlork.
I'm not gonna have any exceptional stats as a hobgoblin. 2 15s. 15 dex gets a little bit.
If you want to drop your 10 to...
Wait, let's not do that.
If you want to drop your 10 to a 6, I'll give you a +1 to 2 stats. One of them can be a 15, the other can't be a 15, so no 2 16s.
It sounds like DM hacks.
It is DM hacks. Of course it's DM hacks, but I'm dropping you by 4 points in exchange for 2 +1s.
This is the same deal that you gave to Morton, and look how life turned out for him.
No. If you'd rather, you can just do the 10 to a 7 to get a +1 somewhere. Anywhere. That gives you some weaknesses and some more strengths.
DM hacks. I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable with this.
Alright.
Think about it.
But 16 strength, Ryan. Or 16 dex. Or 16 con. Think of all the... 16 perception. Think of all the 16s you could get. They could be everywhere.
I just need one. I can... But what gets a 6? Intelligence?
Whatever
Look
you
what happened.
want.
Does 16 decks really benefit that much more than 15?
+1 to hit, +1 to AC, and +1 to hit with missile weapons.
Yeah, 16. Oh yeah, it really does make a difference. Damn you. Still go back and play an elf. Fuck elves, hobgoblins, master race. All right, you said take the 10 down to a 6,
and you can get 2 +1s or 10 to 7 and just get 1 +1. But if you do the 2, only 1 15 can be raised.
Yeah, so I'll raise the 14 to a 15, the 15 to a 16, and the 10 down to a 6. What does the 6 go in? I think that is, yeah. What are you cackling about?
Nothing, nothing.
Oh, priests can cast spells in armor, can't they?
Yes, they can. As long as they're not wizard spells.
Thinking is 11 strength, 16 dex, 15 con, 11 int, 15 wisdom, 6 charisma, 11 perception. That would actually be 5 charisma if I'm a hobgoblin.
Yep.
Which is pretty horrific.
Yep.
But, what are you pisting at?
I'm drinking out of a straw.
Oh. Hobgoblin are notoriously ugly.
Super ugly. Well, no, I mean they're. How are they described here? Hobgoblins are stocky humanoids with hairy hides of dark red to gray. They stand about 6.5 feet tall. They have yellow eyes and sharp yellow teeth, and favor dressing in brightly colored outfits. So you're large, hairy gay men. With bad dental hygiene. Oh, you're someone from Brighton. Lovely.
What?
Brighton is gay San Francisco of England. It's the last place I was on my trip. It's while we were walking around one evening after watching a movie down on the beach. We walked through this kind of bushy area on a hill and literally walked past two dudes boning. They had stopped and kind of froze in place, and we were talking, and we just kept talking and looked away and, continued our conversation when we got out the area. I was like, so that was two dudes, getting on. The guy I was with was like, yep, absolutely.
Wait, were they in this?
There's one guy bent over a bench, another guy standing right behind him, and they just kind of stopped moving when we were by.
In public?
Yeah, I mean, it was in like a bushy area at night. Like a path through like a little grove with bushes and trees.
Have you seen that picture that's like, it's like a night shot in a weird, like deserted, in like an empty lot or construction site or something? And there's a guy giving another guy fellatio, and there's also like a dog like taking a shit, looking directly at the camera, and a kid somewhere else in the lot doing like a jump on his bike.
No, I have not seen this picture.
It's a thing. It exists.
Wow. Wow.
That reminds me of.
Yeah, where is... Oh god, his name's impossible to remember. Uber something Chino.
A hobgoblin thief priest. So do I worship Ferocity? Is that what's going on here? Or am I a tribal shaman?
Well, do you want to be evil?
Who's hurt? I'm a, I'm a fucking hobgoblin. I mean, I don't know if I would consider myself. I mean,
All right, well, let's take a look at
my moral
Pantheon of
compass does not
Gods.
is evolved beyond that of ordinary men, puny humans.
So you could worship Bellum, the god of war.
I mean, I know your pantheon. I'm wondering if what's common among hobgoblin culture, or should I be like a more shamany type?
I think the more shamany type would be the god of war. The more clericy type would be um, either Malchus. Probably not Malchus, because hobgoblins may be evil, but they're well organized. So probably Verasi. Um,
Like, is there a rigid social structure with that going on, or am I the lone holy man?
Usually there would be one holy man per hobgoblin tribe. Tribes are pretty small. If there, so let's say there's a group of like 20 families, there would be one shaman or one cleric amongst them. Um, if you get to a large hobgoblin civilization where there might be, 60 or 80 families, you will have 3 or 4, 7 or 8 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. Like, kind of some noise from the other room. There we go. Oh. Ryan, are you not going to link that picture in chat?
I don't. I could try and find it's.
We'll find it during a break.
Yeah. God, I don't. It's not exactly one of my bookmarked pages, but I feel like I stumbled across like it's. I don't know. I've seen like screenshots of like a Tumblr thread or something
Oh.
like that. But, like,
Yeah.
An image or something like someone like describes what I described, and then someone's like, "You mean this picture?" And so you can try Google searching for that picture.
Maybe someone in chat will find it for us.
Yeah. And why would anyone want to see that? What's wrong with you people? You sick freaks. All right. Another thing I had been thinking would be to do like a priest outside of your current pantheon, like someone who like worships the gods of winter or something like that.
Ooh. There are...
Like the lost the old gods or whatever you call them.
Yes.
Like, because there's missing constellations in the winter sky, and
Yes, the missing evil gods who are long forgotten, who have been killed and slain, and no one even remembers who they are. Yeah, you could make something up, and it would be
honor
entirely...
bound. We probably forgot them for a reason. But
Yeah, I don't know if Honor Bound's canon.
I troll. But I don't. That's what I was trying to gauge if that idea would fit in with with hobgoblins, or if they're pretty much set on. If they've got Verasi, their queen, and all these other dark, whatever other they worship. But.
Verasi would definitely be the god the clerics would worship. The shamans would go for Belos or God, these other guys are so peaceful. Maybe a Gepa. Maybe.
Thief, priest, assassin-y type.
Yeah, assassin. Yeah, that's fine. Hobgoblins don't typically have needs for assassin, but if you were on that new island, you could have been called upon by Verasi to do the work that needs to be done to prepare the island for invasion.
Can you link me that page that does the character sheet calculation stuff?
Okay. Yes.
So it seems like the simplest campaign would be to do Verasi and pick up, I guess, where Tyrus left off. I mean, I don't know that there's much to pick up.
I mean, there's a
area,
great many things to do.
To ready the land for invasion.
Yes. Okay, LinkedIn, Skype.
Yep. An assassin could be fun, but I think that's a plan for another day. That's basically what Quality wound up being, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, an assassin's really someone who just gets paid to kill people.
Yeah.
You know, it's a job, it's not a class.
I guess strength doesn't make that much of a difference if you're trying to get back attacks whenever you kill anyone. Like as a thief.
Oh, no, yeah, strength would
Love
be
attack,
less
yeah.
important.
Just +1, defense just +2. I also get a +1 dual wielding, don't I?
Yes, yeah, you reduction of.
Yeah.
Are you? Is that 15 dex for you or 16?
I have 16 decks.
Yeah, because it's yeah, exactly.
+1 HP. Two henchmen. -3 loyalty base, -2 reaction adjust. Not going to be very easy to just hire mercenaries to do what I want, is it?
You're a hobgoblin. It's not going to be easy to hire mercenaries at all. You probably won't be able to hire any mercenaries. You probably won't even be able to walk in town. You'll definitely be stopped and searched if you try and enter town.
Yeah.
I mean, you are the people who raid their hills and raid their farms.
Living that hobgoblin life. Yes. So I get the best of each individual save, right?
Yes.
Between the classes.
Yes, and whenever you level, you can pick which ones you want.
I think at level 1, priests are just straight up better. Yeah, they are. Oh no, I get a 12 on my petrification polymorph from thief. That's it. Okay, let's roll HP.
Okay,
This
give
needs
us
to be-
that beautiful
Yeah,
D8 plus D6 divided by 2.
R D8 plus D6.
What's your con? 15?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh!
Crap. Max HP.
That's beautiful, man.
Big burly hobgoblin.
That's beautiful.
Ooh, what are my thief skills even going to be? I need to consult skills and powers and get my hobgoblin bonuses. Dig those out of the really confusing organization of skills and powers race section. I wonder if it's assembled online anywhere. So do we want to do another Cleric of Verossi? What did we decide on that?
That's your call. I
wish
think a
something
Cleric
else?
of Verossi is a good option, but I think Belos would also be a good option.
But you want to stick to your mythos, keep it simple. What's Belos? Wait,
Belos is
Bellum?
God of War. Yeah, Bellum. I think, yeah, you had Belos. You had a character named Belos, right? No, someone else had a character. Someone, somewhere, someday made a character named Belos.
What would be the differences in terms of spheres of influence and abilities at my disposal? Verossi's probably would just be a pretty straight up evil cleric, right? She's goddess of death, so just
right. You just
controlling undead, access to all the typical necromancy spheres and things like that.
Yeah, I can check the spheres of influence in spells and magic.
We did already do a priest of Bellum, so I could even look up what you'd given me there. Her name was Marissa. I don't know that I had a special, like a power. It never came up. Turn undead, or whatever the alternate power would have been for Bellum. Major access to all combat, guardian, healing, wards, war, and law. Minor access to necromantic and protection.
I could have sworn that in spells and magic there was like a list of if you're a war cleric you have these things at access, etc., etc.
Well, I just read out what I think we took the Crusaders list.
Oh, that might be what
and
we did.
Swapped out like the warrior Thaco for a maybe maybe we just had me play as a Crusader, but no, level 3 with +1 hit. I don't think I had the stats to be a Crusader on that one, but we took the Crusader spell list. I'm almost thinking Verossi is more appropriate though, considering like the character I'm imagining.
Okay, well then do Verossi. I don't know what character you're imagining. So you do what you
do
what you got to do.
Hobgoblin fighter thief.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, who would I be for the Hobgoblin tribe? Like, am I the lone shaman cleric? Like, what am I even called amongst my people?
You would, if you're a cleric of Verossi, you'd be a cleric.
So I guess it's pretty similar to Human Society. You're imagining?
Yeah. There's similarities and differences. As the lone cleric, you would have a status within your tribe that would be slightly elevated. You couldn't necessarily give anyone direct orders because hobgoblins kind of follow a might makes right sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, if if you can beat someone in combat, you can order them to do anything.
And I'm certainly not the biggest or the strongest hobgoblin, but I don't know.
Right,
I deal in that.
but
Like,
as
I've done enough. I'm powerful enough in the shadows that I get some sort of respect from
yeah,
the other hobgoblins, even though they could probably beat me in single combat.
right. But you have a definite spiritual connection that they kind of need. You do lead them spiritually, so you have a strange position where they give you respect and will listen to your suggestions, but not your flat-out orders. And if you try and push that limit, they will treat you as a normal hobgoblin in the tribe. So you can't get away with anything, but you can kind of indirectly influence events. But I think you will probably be off soloing on other shit. I don't think we're going to do too much interaction with your tribe.
Hobgoblins have. I have 9 movement speed. That's a bummer.
Hobgoblins have 9?
Yeah.
Why the hell do humans have 12 if hobgoblins have 9?
So that you can run away from hobgoblins, otherwise they'd murder your first level PCs.
Maybe. But goblins have 12, don't they?
Goblins have 6. Yeah, goblins have 6.
Okay.
Right. D, H, I, J, all 40%, and CC. So we're going to have to discuss how to deal with my innate racials combined with these skills. I don't know if these will just be my base or like my bonus.
What do you mean?
Let me figure out what these are, and then we'll discuss
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
the hobgoblin racial abilities. D, okay, 60-foot infravision. I think HIJ are probably mining abilities. Yeah, detect new construction. Detect sloping passage, detect shifting walls. And CC, I think, is a penalty. You're a hobgoblin, you're dumb. Dwarves get to beat you up. Something like that. Yeah, racial enmity.
Yeah.
I don't need to worry about any of this. But dwarves and gnomes get +1 to hit. Oh no, just dwarves. Dwarves get +1 to hit against me. So I guess I don't have innate thief abilities.
Fantastic.
Should I just take human defaults?
Yes. Oh, that's what you're talking about, the racial...
Yeah, I thought hobgoblins could hide in shadows or something as a default.
I would have given you just a bonus to your existing thief stats of whatever your racial is.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like I do, so I think I'll just have to do humans. So I've got pick pockets, open locks. I guess there's no human racial thief skills, they just get base, don't they?
Right.
Dexterity just gives me +5 to open locks. That's it. Okay. The armor. Oh, I can't use my thief skills if I go beyond. Right? There's a penalty for padded or studded leather.
Right.
If I
So
use,
your
like, hide
base
or
skills are leather. If you have no armor, you get a bonus. And if you have studded or padded, you get penalties.
And if I wear like plate mail, I just can't use thief abilities. Or hide, I can't use thief abilities.
Some of them, I would say they just stop making any sense. Yeah, like hide won't make sense. Move silently will stop to make sense. Detect noise, not a problem.
Read languages is unaffected.
Yeah,
Read language is unaffected by default. All of them get penalties. Even detect noise, like for that hat you wear or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So am I restricted then to leather if I don't want penalties?
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. Oh, don't you have a base AC as a hobgoblin?
No.
No?
I have high dex, but
I could have sworn hobgoblins had B, C, D, E, F. Hobgoblins. No, you're right. They have base AC 10.
yeah, hobgoblins are just worse humans. Freaking racist. Hobgoblins master race. Two languages in addition to my base, right? So common.
Common and hobgoblin would be very good choices.
Don't I get a third? Like, isn't the native tongue?
Native tongue is included,
Yeah.
or is included in the number of languages, so it's just hobgoblin and common.
I have 2 language slots, so I get hobgoblin as my native tongue. Then I speak.
No,
common.
hobgoblin it counts as one slot.
I don't believe you.
I look it up.
Intelligence, languages, number of additional languages the character can speak beyond his native tongue.
Fuck.
So I have 2 additional languages beyond my native tongue.
Okay.
So hobgoblin, common, and I get to pick one more.
Well, we haven't used that rule forever.
That's how I've always done it. Yeah.
I have never done any of my characters that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Only short one language, sir. Alright, initial character funds. I guess priest is higher than rogue, but I have to give it all back.
Or you can take the rogue and keep it.
Nah, it's low enough that I'll probably spend it all anyways. Or maybe not quite. I'm gonna spend it all on holy water or something. Or unholy water. Whoa, 100.
Holy shit.
Maybe I won't be able to spend that all.
Oh, wait a minute, that's about average. In fact, that's...
Yeah, that's very average, huh?
Yeah, it's extraordinarily average.
So do you have any ideas for the campaign?
Not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest. We're in trouble. Improvising DM.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Never work.
When your character's finished, we'll take a break, and then we'll hop in, and I'll have a story figured out by then.
I still need proficiencies and equipment, so it could be a little bit.
Okay.
Um, Proficiencies. I get the best in this case as well, right?
Yes.
Which actually, it's basically just priest. So I get 2 weapon, 4 non-weapon. Plus 2 for languages, meaning 6 non-weapon. How are we dealing with weapons? Like, my god's not going to give a shit if I shed blood, right?
God doesn't give two shits. Your god prefers you to shed blood. Let's be honest. It's Verossi. So no weapon restrictions. But it'll be more of an ideal thing that your form of mercy is a quick death rather than letting someone live.
And that's a good thing?
Yeah, like if you
It's
if you want to be merciful to someone, you kill them quickly rather than, you know, just skewering them in the side and letting them bleed there. In a situation where, you know, someone surrenders to you, typically a good aligned character might let them go, or might tie them up and leave them on the side of the road. A hobgoblin might just behead them or something. And as a death god cleric, you like to deal death.
so probably dagger. I don't know what my main. A ranged weapon would be nice. Dagger's only kind of ranged.
So in the part of the world that we will be playing,
Mm-hmm.
hobgoblins are more of, not, I wouldn't say kill on sight, but, you know. If a group of 5 hobgoblins started walking towards the town would shoot first and ask questions later. A lone hobgoblin walking towards the town would have the gates shut before it and have some questions being asked. And the hobgoblin might be able to say, hey, I'm just a dude coming through town. Treat me like a normal person. And might be persuaded to be allowed to walk into town. There's nothing explicitly against it.
Okay.
But a hobgoblin walking around with the symbol of Verossi upon his neck, that'll probably still be allowed, because Verossi is the goddess of death, and That's kind of a part of life. You need the death, the goddess of death in the world. Otherwise, people won't ever die. And, you know, then your parents are around forever. And no one wants that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So would I have had any action, like reading and writing and religion and
yeah, you can take any of those that you'd want. I would recommend having reading and writing
yeah.
strongly.
I'm probably one of the only hobgoblins that can read and write, right?
Yeah. Another reason why you're so respected would be...
And I can read and write common and hobgoblin?
Mm-hmm. So the hobgoblin chieftain probably doesn't know how to read. Or the chieftains kind of rotate. Every few years you get a new one when one of them dies off. A really strong chieftain will last for 15 years or something.
Mm-hmm.
But very often they do not know how to read.
Healing, probably not. It's a lot of slots. Astrology is 2 slots. Is that the stupid reading the stars shit?
Yes.
That might be fun from a
Fucker.
role-playing perspective.
Yes, it'll be fun.
It's 2 slots.
Yes. This isn't... Well, it's
You don't have
strong.
intelligence.
It's real strong.
And the birth date, I can study the stars and prepare a forecast for that person. Blah. Proficiency check. Seems like a waste of 2 proficiency slots to me. But religion.
Derp, 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 derp.
I think I've decided my proficiencies, but tumbling could be useful. A little more useful than religion, huh?
Quite a bit more.
Thinking about weather sense or direction sense. Fire building? Fire building.
Nice.
That's why they keep me around, because I can build the fire. All right, so right now I'm looking at set snares, blind fighting, reading and writing, tumbling, and fire building. I'm not min-maxing, I swear. A priest with combat-only abilities. Or combat-only proficiencies. I can read. All right, weapons. I think we're going to want a dagger. I was thinking dual wielding. Well, let me roll in the dexterity just to...
Let's see it.
Chance.
Give me the d10s. Oh god. Oh. Dropping everything.
2. No, right-handed.
Right-handed. They're Is there another D10 after that?
Fucking hobgoblin.
Like that makes a difference?
I really am better off at range. Hobgoblin with a crossbow. Hobgoblin with a short bow. I'm having a hard time like imagining my sneaky hobgoblin priest with a big ass bow on his back. But
No, but it would probably be more of a crossbow.
it would be the effective way to go.
I have ruled in the past that crossbows do not require proficiency to use. And that is the reason why crossbows exist in 2nd edition, is that anyone can pick one up and use them.
Okay. That's not actually in the rules, but I think that
No,
makes
because
a lot of
otherwise a
sense.
crossbow is a
They're not
shittier bow.
balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then then I wouldn't need any proficiency if I got a crossbow. I could use that on something else or on like a weapon fighting style. I could wield daggers and get like the two-handed, two-weapon fighting.
Yeah. No.
But I still don't have the high strength. I think I'm going to be better off throw darts in medium range or just throw daggers. But are any of the fighting styles worth looking at? Like any way to sneak in some extra AC or?
Yeah, if you do one-handed weapon, you get extra AC. That's pretty good. If you get it twice, you get 2 extra AC. So that's pretty nice.
But then if I'm using a ranged weapon, that doesn't count. What is the ranged fighting style?
The ranged one gives you half move and full rate of fire, or a full move and a half rate of fire.
And are thrown weapons covered into that?
Yes.
I think some wrestling would also come in handy at some point, but I don't. Maybe I'll do that when I level up, if I level up. So I think doing a dagger and missile weapon fighting style, that allows me to move a half move and make full rate of fire.
Yeah.
Dagger, missile style, and then I'll probably plan on carrying a crossbow. You said I don't need proficiency for that.
Nope.
Learn how to wrestle next time I level up.
Wrestle all of them.
I don't know. Some form of unarmed combat comes in handy. Alright, I think I just need to buy my shit. Figure out my spells. Money and equipment. Is leather armor
Oh god, you cut out for a moment. Can you repeat that?
bonus of AC?
Leather armor is AC
One.
12.
Oh, nothing. And weighs 15 pounds.
It's nice and light.
So now I'm looking at 14 AC. Okay. God, crossbows were terrible in Player's Handbook, and they made them just slightly serviceable in the combat and tactics by increasing their damage. In
Yeah.
the Player's Handbook, a heavy crossbow does D4 damage.
No. A hand crossbow does D4 damage.
No. Take a look at the players. Do you have
No. Are you
unless
shitting
it's-
me?
I mean, the version I have has, all D3, D2 for a hand crossbow.
What, a heavy does how much?
D4 plus 1, D6 plus 1. and a light just does D4.
Oh my god, you're right.
I think they upped that quite a bit in the combat.
Yeah, heavy now does like D10, I think, in combat
Still,
tactics.
with the rate of fire of 1, that's still like it's a load it and shoot it, get the backstab, and then split.
I mean, D4 plus 1 is the equivalent of D6, so it's the same as a short bow. Crossbow. Heavy crossbow is now
It fires
D8 plus 1, with a rate of fire of 1 every other round. Light crossbow is D6 plus 1, with a rate of fire of 1 per round. Which makes sense. Like, a light crossbow would then be your everyday crossbow.
How much do these cost? How much do they weigh? Crossbow heavy, 14 pounds. Ooh. I know what I didn't think of poisons. Is that something that I can buy, or should I grab a proficiency in that and make them myself?
You can buy them.
Or should that would be an herbalism proficiency if I want to go that route?
Yeah, I would do herbalism or some sort of animal equivalent. Maybe if you want to do like just a toxic substance thing, including venoms venoms, toxins, and I don't know, plants are toxic plants. Yeah.
Toxicology is that?
Yeah. I could give you a 2-slot toxicology proficiency.
Giving up my fire building, giving up my tumbling. I think I'll do that though. Or I could give up blind fighting. I like my blind fighting.
You don't need it. Why would a cleric of rot? Well, But you're a rogue. You probably also have You probably have infravision, right?
Yes, I do. But what does that do to combat penalties?
Well, in darkness you see in dim light, so instead of getting -4, you'd get -2. In pure darkness.
I don't think Hobgoblins had infravision, but it said so in the skills and powers.
Let's check the monstrous manual.
And I don't think the monsters manual does. That's why I'm confused. But I'm pretty sure skills and powers did. All right, so a heavy crossbow. That's like a cannon, right? Like that's a pretty big piece of equipment.
Yeah, its rate of fire is 1 every other round, though. I don't know if you want that.
I'm thinking it will be sort of a try and get the back. Maybe light crossbow coated with poison will be the way to go. And like get around to getting some poison.
Okay, so the heavy crossbow is a crossbow that has a crank on it. That you need to like stop, put your foot down on, crank the crossbow back, and then take the crank off, put it back in your belt, put the new thingy on, lift it, fire it. So you would never store it in the loaded position. Like you could, in theory, if you're going to go out and do some murdering, you could like crank it ahead of time, go out and then like prepare it and fire it. But to crank it, it would be a little bit loud. It'd be like like you couldn't do it stealthily.
Go out and do some murdering.
Yeah, if you want to go out and do some murdering, you could prep it. But you know, if it falls off your back or something, it might misfire and you would lose it.
The range on this sucker. Why do they hide these in different tables? Light crossbow 35 GP. No, I need to find something to spend my money on.
No, you
Otherwise it's all
don't.
going back to
Oh,
the
because you're
church.
clerical. Whatever. You can give it back, and then if you need more gear, you can head back to your hobgoblins and convince them to give you more money.
So what were we saying about darkness penalties? It sounded like blind fighting didn't make any sense.
No, blind fighting is useful, but since I thought hobgoblins had infravision,
They do.
They do?
Player character hobgoblins do, I believe.
Okay.
Did they not in the Monsters Manual? Is that what you
I
checked?
can't see it in the Monsters Manual. Oh, wait, there you go. Having infravision with a range of 60 feet.
Okay.
Cool.
So that makes darkness like dim light, which is a minus.
Yeah, so you will get penalties
One hit.
fighting in darkness.
Of -1.
Right. Penalties
So
of
it's
fighting in
pretty-
complete darkness of -2. So you'll end up getting bonuses to hit in darkness anyway. So the blind fighting might be useful if you're totally blinded, but unlikely to occur.
Come on, I could be a cool badass and blindfold my face and kill you. Fools.
You're not Daredevil, Ryan. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna change out blind fighting for toxicology. We're gonna cue that off wisdom?
Blind fighting?
No, toxicology.
I would do
Reasons.
intelligence.
Not as good, but I'll take it. I'm mostly ready. I need another language slot. Got a lot of gold that I need to spend. Would I have encountered any other like orcs, goblins, ogres? Is that more likely than another humanoid? I think. Well, I guess those are humanoids. But...
All right, let me look at my map. Where the hell are we hanging out? Let's take a look here, everybody. Yeah, I was going to start you over in Redport still. Redport County.
Mhm.
So humans are going to be the most common humanoid. In Hillsborough, you will find a bunch of dwarves. Other than that, Hillsborough also has, well, the area around Hillsborough has orcs and ogres and a couple of giants. The plains have hobgoblins and kobolds, and the very occasional orc party that roams outward, but quite rare.
So is kobold the way to go?
Kobold would be, yeah, human and kobold would be the most common and likely languages to learn.
Or would I ever had to interact with giants on behalf of the tribe, or is that?
It's very possible. You could grab giant or orcish or goblin.
go giant. Let's think big.
Hmm.
I probably can't read giant. Maybe they don't write too much, or they just write common but really, really big. Shall we figure out my spells? I think that's all I have left.
Didn't we already give you your list of spells to pick from?
No, because I'm doing Barassi,
Oh, we didn't give it. Okay.
Death Priest.
Okay. Let
Maybe
me look.
Solomon's list would be fine. What spheres we did for that? Ooh, perfect. A fine fur cloak costs 50 gold. I can.
Let's see. Vorasi spell list or sphere list. Of course, you have all. A major in all. A minor in chaos. A minor in law.
Do I need to write this down? Or?
Yes, please do.
Okay, so all chaos. Did I miss something before chaos?
Chaos and law are minor spheres.
Okay.
You have a major necromantic. A major war. Healing should be major or minor.
I think that's also harming, right? Like that's all the cure wounds, right?
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna say a minor in healing, but a major in the reverse of healing.
Okay.
A major in combat. A minor in charm. And how many majors do you have right now?
All combat, necromantic, war, and reverse healing. So 3.5, and then 4 minors.
Let's give you a minor in summoning.
Summon. So am I going to need to figure these out for myself in the books? Like your spell list isn't going to be able to handle it. Right?
What is it?
Yeah, there's no way to input the spheres, right?
No, there's not. But I can look up what the spells are for the spheres and add it to a list when after we play today.
Okay. Oh, I need to add 60 points to some of my thief skills. And they're all so shitty. Like, where to even start?
Start by maxing 2. That's what I always do. Is just balls to the walls on 2 of them.
I kind of like detect noise, or sorry, read languages, but I don't want to go balls to the walls on that.
30% chance to read languages is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, that means by level 3, if you did 30, 30, 30, by level 3 you would have a... Oh no, it would be 30, 15, 15. Shit. Mm-hmm. But still, by level 3 you could read 60% of any language. 60% of the time.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I think I'm going to split So 30 to move silently, 15 to find or remove traps, and read languages. I also have a proficiency in set snares, and as a thief, I can make man traps. Just throwing that out there.
Mon drops.
Yes.
That's how we get guests at the Johnson house.
Exactly. All right. I'm gonna need to pick 3 spells, and I think we're good to go. I need a name, and I need to describe my sexy self. Fucking
Yeah, you
opera.
do.
All right. Shall we take a break?
Let's take a break. We'll figure out what we're doing and we'll come back on the other side of our break. Bye-bye, everybody.